Mary, meet Aquarius. Aquarius sun sign, rising sign. Ooh, I'm skewed. Mary, Aquarius sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Aquarius. Get my coffee out of the way. Starting today, the 20th of September, 2023. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is, I believe, the lovely Jennifer, and moderating on Twitch, I believe, is the lovely Shirley, but it might be different. It might be Dre on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us today, everybody, and thank you, moderators. And if you're watching on a restream on YouTube and you don't want to watch me shuffle, just use the timestamps in the video description to get right to the reading. Today I'm reading with the Crystal Tarot by Lo Scarabeo, and I've already purified with Roger and Galet's Extra VA Cologne. You can find information about purchasing each of these products in the video description of this very video on my YouTube channel. It goes out to a lot of Aquarius, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to really apply to you, don't force things. It may not be your reading. In that case, just disregard that reading and check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs. Also, we have a general reading for all signs each and every day but Monday. And we have a weekly pick-a-card reading that comes out on Sunday nights. I am gone out of town next week. Those of you that like to watch these daily readings, I'm on vacation. And if you want to always know what's going on with me, just make sure that you sign up for my emails on my website, ariels-corner.com, Ariel's Corner with a hyphen.com. I don't read with card reversals, so don't worry about it. I'll flip those cards right side up each and every time. We have a shop, and that's at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. We have all kinds of merchandise, including tarot decks, and those are all affiliate links, which means that I make a small commission off of each and every sale. We appreciate your support. Another way to support us is by sending a donation. Ooh, hello. And you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're watching on YouTube, you could use a super sticker or super chat if you're live, or you could use a super thanks if you're on a restream. Again, we appreciate that support, but mostly what we appreciate, Aquarius, is that you're here today with us for this 2-week reading, starting today, the 20th of September, 2023. So I'm going to give this deck a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Aquarius today. Gorgeous. Okay. We have Ace of Coins, Justice card, and the 8 of Wands. I love it. I love this so much that I just can't stand myself. This beautiful, beautiful angel card is the centerpiece of your reading today, Aquarius. And this just really is so you in a lot of ways, this justice angel. Because, you know, that's... even though I can see Libra in this as well because of the scales, but this is a very Aquarian ideal because everything has its place. Everything has its balance. And nobody, even though they can do it in time, nobody has the power to undo the equilibrium of the universe. It can seem in space and time as though that's happened, but it can't. It can't in eternity. And so in space and time, things will always tend back toward balance. And it can seem like it takes forever. That's why they say justice, is slow. It always works, but it's slow. It's because that balance can seem like it takes forever because of our free will here and how we can delay and do all kinds of stuff here. However, in reality, everything is instantaneous. Because in eternity, there is nothing that is subject to time. So the cool thing is that you, and I think you already know this, Aquarius, you can have it right now. You can have that balance right now. Anything that was out of whack in your past, not out of whack in eternity. It was only out of whack in time. Somebody took something from you, you made a mistake, whatever it was that seemed to unbalance things, it's never unbalanced in reality, only in time. So what you can do is you can reach outside of time to accept this balance. And most of you, I think, have already sort of done that, at least in your own way, because I don't see you feeling so out of balance. But it wouldn't be a bad idea just to call upon that law of restoration, or that law of you want to Oh, excuse me. Here. Am I losing it? No, I'm good. So you want to call upon that law of restitution, that law of restoration. Similar laws. They're a little different, but it's fine. They're both the same kind of law from this justice energy, and it's a goddess of balance. It's a goddess of equilibrium. And so when we think justice, we think, oh, justice, like it's like some sort of like active sort of warrior kind of energy. And it's not that at all. It's a very peaceful energy that just brings back the equilibrium that's never really left us to begin with. Not in eternity, only in time. So when we reach into eternity and we call upon that goddess of restitution and we say, I call upon the goddess of restitution. Everything that seems to have been out of balance is now in balance and perfect harmony. And just by making that choice, by making that declaration, that act of will, we talked about an act of will in the general reading too. By taking that act of will, what that act of will is not changing her. Your act of will is not changing the truth, the justice that's, you're not making justice happen. The act of will is changing your mind so that you're accepting that which is in eternity rather than allowing your mind to stay focused on that which is in time. And when you do that, then everything is instantaneously changed for you. And what's instantaneously changed is this beginning that seems to have been sort of like, there seems to have been this beginning for a while for some of you. It's like everything seems like it's just always beginning with me. What's the deal? How come I can't have it, move into greater and greater expressions? It's like there's always this new idea of money or this new idea of prosperity, this new business, this new that. And once you accept this and like I said, with that act of will, you change your mindset to that of justice, to that of equilibrium, to that of harmony, and you accept that that's the truth for yourself, then this isn't stuck in new anymore. Because everything that was out of balance has been restored. And so everything can move forward very easily and unimpeded. And so you're not always stuck at the beginning anymore. There's no stuck anymore at all. And things start to really, really take off for you. And not only do things take off for you, but things come to an end very abruptly. And that's a good thing. When things start to come to an end abruptly, that's the time for champagne corks to pop. Not for you to go, oh no, it's ending. No, you want those endings to happen. Those are wonderful affirmations that this justice, that this balance has occurred in this time-space continuum. It's already the truth in eternity, but we want it to be reflected in your life. And so on one hand, things have begun and they're really going to flourish. On the other hand, there's things that need to go away and to end. Not even bad things. Not even, I mean, there can be. That can be part of it. It's not necessarily even bad things. It's just sometimes things are complete and we just keep them around anyway. And then they become a burden for us. So when things end, it's not only because they're bad and they need to leave. It's not like necessarily the death card where things need to, the problems need to end. Although it can be that. But a lot of things are just going to end because they've run their course. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And there's no big judgment about that. Right? So as long as you're not like all addicted to things staying the same, this shouldn't feel volatile. It should feel very peaceful and wonderful. But abrupt, but quick, because you're moving. Like I said, what you're doing is you're reaching out of time and into eternity, and through an act of will, allowing yourself to change your mind and say, I'm going to focus on an eternal principle rather than waiting for 20 lifetimes for things to balance out for me naturally over time. Naturally meaning in Earth time. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You can have it right now. All right, so we've got this Page of Cups, and it seems like many of you have, like I said, I don't know that this is news for a lot of you. It seems like this has been sort of the way it is for a while, and you've been very inspired, and you've been very astutely aware of the spiritual truths that govern your life. And as that awareness picks up steam, you realize, well, wait a minute, I can't just say, oh, isn't it nice that there's infinite justice or infinite balance in the world? Isn't it nice that everything will eventually work out for me? I have to take charge. I have to have an act of will. I have to say, I will that I see things clearly. I will that there be balance in my experience. I will that I take charge of my role as the emperor here. The emperor meaning that I'm the ruler of this empire. My whole empire, I'm the ruler of it. And a good emperor does what? A good emperor does little. A good emperor sits in their throne and makes sure that they understand, that they get understanding. And once they get understanding, then it's clear how they can delegate responsibility. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're not necessarily saying, well, now I'm the emperor, so my act of will has to be, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. You're saying, no, my role here is to get understanding. Once I understand what's in front of me, then the delegation of tasks is just natural. It just happens automatically. How do you get understanding? By allowing yourself to sit in your throne, to be seated, and to allow yourself to see things, according to this reading, from an eternal perspective rather than from a perspective in time and space. Allowing yourself to listen and be guided by a higher wisdom than what the world is capable of teaching you. When you do that, automatically what happens is you retreat and withdraw from any of those conflicts that seem to plague people in this world, and you let things end. You let things go away. You let things complete themselves. And can you imagine how easy life becomes for you when you let things end? You withdraw from conflict and you allow yourself to understand everything that is about you so that things can be dispatched in order to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of in an easy and relaxed manner. Same kind of thing as our general reading in a way, in an easy and relaxed manner, in healthy and positive ways for the highest good of all. It's not about you figuring things out as the emperor. It's about you understanding. How do you understand? By listening to your advisors. That's what an emperor has to do. They have to have very trusted, knowledgeable advisors. Just like anybody in power has to choose people that are smarter than them to advise them. You never want to be the smartest person in the room. And that's especially true when you're meditating. You don't want to be the smartest person while you're meditating in your throne. You want to be the one who's the student that's learning from those master energies so that you can be guided and led as to, and understand as to what needs to be done. And then everything is just simple. There's just simple, easy decisions to make. But that all comes from your will, Aquarius, your active will that you are going to reach out of time into eternity, call upon that divine law of restitution, and allow yourself to be the emperor. Allow yourself to be that who understands. They who understand. Through understanding, you have power over every aspect of your life. And like I said, what that's going to immediately do is cause you to withdraw from conflicts and also to allow things to end and to come to completion. When you see those things happening, you know you're on the right track. And finally, all the stuff that you've been getting started for so long starts to go and blossom forth into manifestation in just wonderful, perfect ways with no stress on your part. You're just sitting in your throne, understanding. That's your job. Sit in my throne and understand. Call upon divine restitution and let it happen. It's pretty cool. You're doing great, Aquarius, and I am glad to see it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to Shirley, Dre, and Jennifer. Oh, it's Heather and Shirley. Heather and Shirley, thank you so much for being here. And thank you to the moderators. And we will see you in a couple weeks. Aquarius, blessed be.